What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. So, I start my episodes off by saying, what's going on? But today, I'm actually wondering, what the heck is going on with Tudor? Everybody wanted a Tudor Submariner at Baselworld 2019. Everyone was eagerly awaiting the Tudor Submariner's re-release. Well, guess what? That didn't happen. Definitely didn't happen. Now, I said it a million times. It would be the dumbest thing ever for Tudor to re-release the Tudor Submariner. It just wouldn't make sense. You can check out that episode here. I dedicated a whole episode bashing the reissue of the Tudor Submariner. Well, I don't know. Did Tudor listen? I guess Tudor listened, so I don't actually know if I should be upset, happy, confused, frustrated. But Tudor released something even more confounding. An SKX. It's 3:23 p.m. Let's get down to business. That's right, everybody. So Baselworld 2019 is looking a little bit rocky for the Tudor fanboys out there because Tudor's baby, the Tudor Submariner, was not reissued. Instead, Tudor released something called the BBP01, which is essentially a Swiss-made Seiko SKX, or maybe I should say a Swiss mod SKX, because that's what it looks like. It just looks like an SKX mod. Now, although badly bruised and broken, there are still some fragments of the Tudor Defense Squad willing to fight for Tudor, and yeah, they're having a hard time out there. They're claiming that this new BBP01 is actually designed after a prototype from the 60s, so the Seiko SKX is actually the homage to the Tudor. Well, you know who also had a very similar looking prototype way back in the 60s? You know whose very similar looking prototype actually went to market way back in the 60s? Seiko, with the Seiko 6159. So yeah, this new Tudor is a Seiko homage after all. But alas, I'm sure some of the members of the Tudor Defense Squad will make an appearance in the comment section, and they are just willing to argue otherwise. So alright, in my last episode, if you haven't seen it, click here and watch it because it's actually also about Tudor. I know, this channel has just become the Tudor channel. This is what Tudor wanted all along. But in that episode, I alluded to the fact that Tudor doesn't make bad watches, right? Their watches aren't poorly made. They just make some of the most confusing decisions when it comes to product placement and overall design. Like honestly, you gotta ask yourself, did Tudor really think that this release would go over well? Did they think that people would be super excited to see a watch that looks exactly like a Seiko SKX released at Baselworld 2019? No! And guys, I'm not just speaking for myself, okay? All you gotta do is go to Tudor's Instagram comment section and see what people are saying. One person says, oh look, it can get worse. Another writes, Invicta. This gentleman writes, this makes me feel yucky. Another disturbed person says, can't sleep after seeing this. There's actually one kind of positive comment here, and they wrote, hey, I was actually just getting ready to buy a Seiko SKX 007. Thanks, Tudor. And finally, someone very simply put, chaos! Talk about a company so painfully oblivious to their consumer base. I mean, Tudor, you know exactly what your customers want. You know that this is absolutely not it. I never thought I'd say it. Maybe you should have just released the Submariner. All right, well, if you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing to the channel because there's a whole lot more where that came from. Also, I have no idea how YouTube works yet. Hopefully in the future, I'll get the hang of it, but I think there should be some recommended videos for you to watch. There might be one over on this side of the screen. There might be one over on this side of the screen. Who knows where they're gonna be? YouTube's always changing. Life is always changing. There's a lot to learn about life. We'll save this for another episode. Anyway, click one of these videos, watch it, subscribe to the channel. I love you.